I'm Taylor Oracle. This is reading for JY. JY wants to know my ex is back in my life as a friend, and although we have a deep soul connection, I'm not interested in reuniting, even though he is. I'm concerned having him around might somehow block me meeting a new special person. What does the universe want to tell me, whether relating to my ex or a new future partner? We will be using the Anna K. Tarot, always a wonderful tarot. And, well, that's interesting. Tower's upside down. Everything is upside down. Okay. I even drew one oddly. I drew it backwards and reversed from the stack, and it's still upside down. Okay, well, I'm going to take this as a subtle hint that your life is upside down somewhat at this point from the ex being back in your life. And we're going to do the always wonderful Enchanted Map Oracle. And we're going to pick an Enchanted Map Oracle as well. So we will choose this one, whatever that one is. Let's see what we got. We got, right side up, Magical Map Shifter. That's an odd card. Okay, Magical Map Shifter. All right, so what do we have? We have a very interesting card, sort of hoarding, trying to keep what is ours, mixed with radical and disastrous change of the tower, but upside down, sort of keeping the peace, keeping everything normal, not being pretty much the hoarder, not hanging on to what you have, maybe sharing stuff a little bit, getting out of the hoarding mood. The wonderful dreams, sometimes unrealistic dreams, and that could be a bit too dreamy, lots of different choices, but there's only really one choice to go through. And the ace, the new beginnings. The new beginnings do something, get a new beginning going, and pretty much do the same old, same old. Yeah, basically, it looks like your ex is here to stay. Looks like you're not getting rid of him anytime soon. But I don't think he's blocking. I don't see anything that would actually block. It seems that you can go on, pretty much saying you can go on as normal. Let's go through all the cards, and strength of being upside down. So in other words, he will affect your life. He will affect other people coming in, but only if you let him. I don't see anything where it's just like drastically altering your life because he's there, or some emotional attachment or anything else. You can have him as a friend. You may not want to have him as close. You may not want to communicate everything. It's sort of saying that you really don't want to communicate any new relationships with them, because there is that weird awkwardness that you have when you're communicating with an ex and you're now the friend and you have a new relationship and they try to act like they're glad for you, but in reality they want to get back with you. So, I mean, you did say he's interested in getting back with you. So there is going to be that thing to where he's sort of in the chase and now you're sort of tempted by it and things like that. If you really, don't want that influence, then I would keep your friendship sort of at a distance. And that's what you pretty much see here and here. Sort of don't go back into the new adventure with him. Don't have a relapse and get back with him and start a relationship with him or things like that. His chase won't ever really go away. I think he'll always be around. You two are sort of meant to have each other in your life for a long period of time. This is nothing that's going to solve itself overnight. But it does say not to share a lot, not to be as sharing as you were with like relationships. So if you meet some new person, you don't really want to let him know that you met a new person, because again, you have that awkwardness and sort of thing like that. So sort of keep him at a distance when it comes to things like that. In addition, you may want to just act like things are the same, act like things haven't changed. So you do have someone interesting coming, but it's not for a while. But it's important to keep him at that distance and also act like everything is normal. Don't share a lot with him about new relationships and things like that. You did ask specifically if he's blocking something. I don't really see him blocking anything. Let's see, I'm concerned about him. It might somehow block me from meeting a new special person. No. What does the universe want to tell me, whether relating to my ex or a new future partner? Basically, you're going to get a future partner. It's going to be a while. You're not going to get a future partner like immediately, but you will get a new future special partner soon, probably within the next 7-8 months. So there's somebody coming soon that's before the 7 or 8 months, but they're not really a potential partner. They're going to be interesting. You're going to have an interest in this person, but they're not like a long-term partner or long-term relationship type thing as well. So you do have too few choices at a certain point coming up, and the too few choices will make you relapse and will make you want to relapse or make you interested in relapsing with your ex, which is not going to be a good idea. So I would not do that. There's probably a good reason why you broke up, and unless that good reason is solved, then you're going to repeat the pattern that you had before. So once you get a new special person, or when you get people, act like, don't share, act like things are the same, act like things are normal. You sort of want to keep your distance emotionally and not just spill your guts to your ex or spill all of your emotions to your ex. Because again, once you open that door, then you have that relapse tendency and things like that. So be careful what you share, make like things are the same. It's basically saying do your life as normal, or go about doing your life like you normally would go about doing your life. Don't make any huge changes or anything like this, because you have some weird things coming, but just go every day as normal. Don't make any big changes. You don't have a lot of selection as far as relationships go, so that's going to be sort of a limited selection soon. Selection may not be to your liking, but you have a limited selection soon as far as what relationships are going to do, and you will have someone coming in that's not exactly a long-term relationship, but if you want a short-term relationship, sure, it's not really your type, it's not really going to match well, and you see that not matching well, but it is tempting because it's a relationship, and everyone likes that new excitement, that honeymoon period, and everyone's excited, and everything is cool and wonderful, and you get to share all this exciting news with all your friends, and so that's coming up, but it's not going to be a long-term relationship if you want to go in for a while, for fun, sure, whatever. It's interesting that we have the Tower and the Ace of Wands, sort of big changes, new adventure, and they're all upside down. It's almost like everything's going to be boring for a period of time. You see that, the limited choice. These two, everything's boring for a small amount of time. And then we have Strength upside down, which pretty much points me to the new short-term relationship coming, and then after that, who knows what happened. But this is just a short-term type thing. You do have somebody coming in 7 or 8 months. It's going to be a better candidate, but for now, if you want to do your short-term relationship, sure, why not? It's not going to give you any strength. It's not going to give you any connections. It's not going to be anything long-term at all. But do keep your distance from your ex as per your original thing. You have a deep soul connection. Well, you know, if he's interested and you have a deep soul connection, it sounds like you're interested too. I'm just reading the mail. It sounds like if you say, hey, my ex is interested, I'm not interested in my ex, but then you put in this words, deep soul connection. I don't know. If you want to do the deep soul connection, then be aware that you're going to be tempted to go back, and it doesn't look like that's going to be something you want long term. You do have the short-term relationship. You have a long-term relationship later. You get to choose. It sounds like you do have options, which is interesting that this is upside down. With all these different things coming, I would expect this to be right side up. But you do have different options. This card is sort of readable as a bit of a dreamy or a bit of not realistic, and that's sort of one of the translations of that card. But maybe it's not dreamy, maybe it's not realistic, but basically stay on course. Everything will be cool. You got options. You know, if you want to do deep soul connection, it's not really going to work out long term, which is Captain Obvious here. You know, there's probably a good reason why you and your ex are not together, and unless that's fixed, then, you know, unless whatever caused that is fixed, then probably gonna be challenging to do that again. But that is my interpretation of the cards. Please let me know if you have a different interpretation of the cards. I do teach tarot after all. If you like this reading, please hit like and subscribe. And if you have a question about your ex or jobs or anything else, email me at the email address in the description below. Thank you so much for watching.